Welcome to the VIP section.
J-Baby, y'all. 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 J-Baby, y'all.
What's good? What's goody? What's goody?
Sheababytv.
Alright, sound, everything is good. We are lit. Finally, we are here.
Yeah.
Freaky Fridays is in the building. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, man. You know, I did. You know, it was my first Thanksgiving. It was a little lonely. I ain't gonna hold you, man. First Thanksgiving, you know, just was to myself a lot yesterday.
Sheababytv.
Yeah. I guess this is how it's gonna be, man. You know what I mean? But we here, man. Seems like we good. Seems like everything is up. Let's smash them like buttons. Let me see who's in the building early. Let me see. Michelle, what's up, boo?
Yeah, Sheababytv.
I knew you was gonna pop up this morning because we got your boy lit today, headlining your man Ray J. You know what I mean? I saw Ray J had a lot going on this morning, so I figured we headline him this morning. I see all the Sheababy's in the building. They pulling up. Yeah, how was your Thanksgiving, Michelle? I know you cooked up a storm.
Yeah, Sheababytv.
You know what I mean? Who else is in the building? Baby Love.
Yeah.
Baby Love. What's good, girl? Yes.
Sheababytv.
Damn, it's early, man. Seems like it's late, but it's early. Shout out to Zagrappa. This was crazy yesterday. I was looking at this.
He wants to know, Cam, do you think you're the toughest member of Dipset?
I don't know what you giggling about.
I want to know the answer.
Do I think I'm the toughest member in Dipset? Absolutely not. First of all, look, Dipset is not just rappers. It's a bunch of tough niggas in Dipset that y'all guys probably never seen on television or heard about on the internet, and they don't do social media, a bunch of shit. So the answer is no. But if we're talking about the group, the rappers, the people that you see, the answer is still no. The toughest nigga in Dipset is Freaky Zeke by far. It's not even close. It's not even all the way over here. Like, Zeke is the toughest nigga. See, the problem is this with Zeke, my personal opinion. When Zeke tells his stories, he's so animated that nigga.
Hold on, this was so good. I gotta play the whole the whole segment. Hold on, let's talk about it. This is a good one.
Minnesota. And he wants to know, Cam, do you think you're the toughest member of Dipset?
What you giggling about?
I want to know the answer.
Do I think I'm the toughest member in Dipset? Absolutely not. First of all, look, Dipset is not just rappers. It's a bunch of tough niggas in Dipset that y'all guys probably never seen on television or heard about on the internet, and they don't do social media, a bunch of shit. So the answer is no. But if we're talking about the group, the rappers, the people that you see, the answer is still no. The toughest nigga in Dipset is Freaky Zeke by far. It's not even close. It's not even it's like this. It's us three, me, Joel's, and Jim, and Zeke is in the lead all the way over here. Like, Zeke is the toughest nigga. See, the problem is this with Zeke, my personal opinion. When Zeke tells his stories, he's so animated that niggas think he lying. He got all start flipping around and moving his arms and his legs and putting them to the side and doing all type of weird movements. So people be like, this nigga capping. This nigga's lying. Like, the shit he be telling you, it be true shit, but it just seemed fake because he's so animated when he tell his stories. Look, let's just take this in perspective. Like, matter of fact, let's go to a little bit of the video that I'm talking about when Zeke is telling a story.
Nigga backs out on me. I'm like, oh shit. But my brother always taught me, if you in arm's reach of the gun, go for it, because y'all both at the same, you got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So when he did it, I grabbed his hand. The nigga started letting off. Boop, bop, bop, boop, boop, bop, boop, bop, bop. Damn, I sound like a New York nigga for real. So the shit jammed. Or whatever it did, once it stopped, I spun the nigga around and I put the nigga in the full Nelson, because once the shots was going off, the two niggas was over there that was down there, pulled out the hammer, and the nigga right here pulls out the hammer. I said, I'm dead. But I had the nigga in the full Nelson, so now when these niggas is trying to shoot me, I'm aiming this motherfucking nigga to all the hammers, you know what I'm saying? So I must have had the nigga so tight, the nigga swung his body to the side, and that's how my shit was open, and he hit me, boom, pow, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm down, so I guess his man came, and his man took the chain off my neck and threw it. And when he threw it, I reached out and I grabbed the chain.
Hell no.
I swear to God.
That's some Matrix shit going on, man.
I swear to God, this whole conversation is facts, man. My grandmother come out the grave and died of a horrible death.
All for it.
Now look, that story seems crazy because he looks like he's just making up anything. But that's actually a real story, and it's actually surveillance footage of that situation on the internet. Zeke they pulled out guns on him. They shot him 3 times. He actually had my chain on. They took my chain off his neck. He wrestled the gun out of one of these niggas' hands, took my chain back, and then they ran him over with a car after that. It's footage of this. If you go on the internet, on YouTube, it's actual surveillance footage of this whole shit. So imagine getting shot 3 times, still fighting, then eventually wrestle the gun away from your nigga, and then the homeboy man who you take the gun from run you over with the car. So you got a chain, the gun in your hand, everything. Then after they run you over with the car, they back up and run you over again, and then they back up and leave, and you just get up and walk away. That's not a fake story. The story's actually on the net. And not only that, somebody died that night, our friend E. So Zeke got shot 3 times, but another one of our friends who was part of that, who got robbed, he got shot like 2-3 times, but he got shot in the head, and he actually died in that same robbery that we was talking about. He sat there and told Zeke, please don't leave me here. Please don't let me die, man. Shout out RPE. But he ended up dying that night. But when Zeke tells this story, it just seems fake, but it's really a real story. And I'm just giving you one incident out of 100 incidents where Zeke is really a wild nigga. So to answer your question, we'll do a whole Zeke topic another day. But if the toughest nigga visually, if we just talking about the rappers or the artists, is Zeke by far, man. It's not even close.
Yeah, Zeke is pretty animated.
Yeah.
All right, so if you are from the 80s, of course, I mean the 90s. I'm sorry, the 80s is way too far. The 90s, early 2000s, you know Dipset was wild out there. That was funny to me when I heard that because, you know, I always knew Zeke. I see him running around Harlem. You know what I mean? He's right. He's animated. He's a funny dude. You wouldn't, I mean, he looks like a wolf, but, you know, he's so friendly and play around and joke around and, you know, people give him clothes. You know, it's like he's for the people. But Zeke is for the streets. Ready to crash out at all times.
Yeah, Sheababytv.
Romeo was goody. We was talking about this morning. I don't know if you just pulled up.
Soda. And he wants to know, Cam, do you think you're the toughest member of Dipset?
I don't know what you giggling about.
I want to know the answer.
Sheababytv.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm the toughest member of Dipset. Absolutely not. First of all, look, Dipset is not just rappers. It's a bunch of tough niggas in Dipset that y'all guys probably never seen on television or heard about on the internet, and they don't do social media, a bunch of shit. So the answer is no. But if we're talking about the group, the rappers, the people that you see, the answer is still no. The toughest nigga in Dipset is Freaky Zeke by far. It's not even close. It's not even all the way over here. Like, Zeke is the toughest nigga. See, the problem is this with Zeke, my personal opinion. When Zeke tells his stories, he's so animated that niggas think he lying. He all start flipping around and moving his arms and his legs and putting them to the side and doing all type of weird movements. So people be like, this nigga cap.
Around, and I put the nigga in the full Nelson because once the shots was going off.
Yeah, so, Romeo, what you think? What you think, Romeo? That's a fact. Shout out to Zeke. All right, so we're going to get this show started because it's Freaky Friday. You know, ladies, I know y'all want to talk some shit, so we're going to get into that. All right, so you know the Thanksgiving Day games. Let's go jump into football real fast. As you can see, the Bears lost to the Lions. That was a good game because the spread was high, but they did not go over. The over was 46. That's what I'm saying. These people be knowing, man. You know, these bum Giants lost to the Cowboys, man. I thought the Cowboys would lose because I think like they wanted Dion in the sun. Why they keep winning? Yeah. Well, Harlem Romeo said, I remember that incident when Freaky and his man got killed over crack. That's a fact, Romeo. I remember that too.
Yeah, Sheababytv.
That's all facts. And then we had the main game last night was the Packers and the Dolphins. Them Packers keep winning. They took care of business. Shout out to the Packers for keep taking care of business.
Yeah, Sheababytv.
That's a fact. Let's get a little Zagrappa in there. It's been a minute too. Zagrappa?
Yeah.
A little Zagrappa? Shout out to Zagrappa. I know y'all ain't heard me talk about them in a few days, but they back in the mix. Shout out to Zagrappa. Dirty. All right, man. Let's get right into it, man. We're gonna jump into it. Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle, you my girl. That's why we're gonna set this off with you, man. You know what I mean? Cause you my girl. They back at it. They
You
had
look
a
so
part
beautiful
two.
right now, Nicki.
We gonna listen to
Wow, I
that
was
too.
just commenting how pretty you are. You're beautiful. Like, you the finest girl I ever seen. That's on everything I love.
Shaheem_bro said, Nicki, don't start acting weird. What? Excuse
Like, look how
me,
pretty, like,
Shaheen.
Nicki, look how pretty you are. Wow.
Marty Baller said round 2,
Flawless.
LOL.
Flawless, Nicki.
Why do you
Flawless.
have on that? Why do you have on that hat?
I'm just into like the Christmas holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. I'm like out here just
Okay,
feeling the
here we go.
vibes. I'm all alone.
Here we go. You gotta love Ray J, man. He's a funny dude. All right, so here we go. Here go the whole interview.
In that hat.
Because I'm in the mood for the holidays. You look so beautiful
yeah,
right now, Nicki.
The
Wow, I
holidays.
was just commenting how pretty you are. You're beautiful. Like, you the finest.
This is part 2, y'all. We back.
That's on everything.
Smash them like buttons. It's up this morning.
Shaheem _bro said, Nicki, don't start acting weird. What? Excuse
Like, look how
me,
pretty, like,
Shaheen.
Nicki, look how pretty you are. Wow.
Marty Baller said round 2,
Flawless.
LOL.
Flawless, Nicki.
Why do you have on that? Why do you have on that hat?
I'm just into like the Christmas holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. I'm like out here just feeling the vibes. I'm all alone.
Where are you?
I'm just all alone. I'm all alone by myself in Atlanta, just kind of like just soaking up the energy, you know?
Okay.
You know? Soaking up the energy, you know?
I'm with you in the barbs.
Yeah, we didn't accept you. You would have to be accepted to be with people. You understand?
I'm not with you.
We
Smash them like buttons. It's up.
But how?
well,
I'm a barb.
Oh no. That you can't just say that you're a barb and then you're a barb. You know how someone earns trust and how trust is built up and built up and built, right?
Right.
That's what being a barb, like, you know how you get initiated into a gang?
Right.
It's sort of like, you got to prove yourself, as a barb, because other than if you don't, then we won't trust you.
How can I prove myself to be a barb, Nicki?
And that's just the thing. If you were to ask someone, hey, how can I prove myself to you to make me trust you? They would say, I don't know. You see, something like that is built over time. It comes by just living normal life.
And spending time together.
He trying to get that, my nigga. This is twice he did this.
Spending time, well, barbs do spend time together with one another, and that is something that's fun for them. Yes.
And I would love to have fun with all the barbs too. Like, if there's some kind of like audition, like niggas got to go on, like with all the barbs, I'm good with that. Everything is better in my life. Like, I'm going through a lot, but when I'm live with you, everything, like all my stresses and all my problems just go away. Like, I feel free. And I think that's what a barb is meant to be. Like, that's what you make all the barbs feel. We feel free when we connected with you. We do.
Okay. So, one of the barbs wanted to ask you something. It's all about Nicki. Said, Ray J, what did you like about the recent Gag City tour?
Well, you gonna hate that my favorite part of it, because one of my friends went and supported, and they told me that they had the best fucking time of their life. And because I don't want to get the barbs going, but when my friend came back from the tour, he said that like nothing else was better than being on that tour than him being like in church. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt it.
Whoa. One of your friends was on the tour, like as a part of the tour?
No. They just went to go. They bought tickets and they was inside the tour.
The barb was asking you what was your favorite part of the show since you're such a big barb.
I wasn't able to get in. in the tour, but I was trying to get like second or third row seats, but it was sold out. You know what I'm saying? I love when Sexy Red came out on the final like show. She killed it. And I love seeing you and Sexy Red together because it just showed unity in hip hop and in female rap. So that was me watching from the outside. I love when Sexy Red came out and
So
took
in
it.
other
That shit was
words,
monumental.
in other words, hey, put it on. In other words, hey, Sergio. In other words,
What's up,
you didn't
Sergio?
spend. In other words, you didn't spend that
I'm dead. I'm dead.
on Gag City, but you want to be accepted by Gag City, huh? How you think that we eat in Gag City, huh? Huh?
Gag City.
But you want the Barbs to be there when your ass need. But
It was
when they
nosebleed,
was
like Nicki, it was nosebleed seats available. They was there at the highest part. It had 2 seats left.
you would
And
have been
I'm
able to
scared of
get in
heights.
because if anyone would have said, hey, Raja is asking to come in, I would have said, let him in.
Damn, like you really turned me out when you said my new name. Why you
I
trying to
turned
turn
you
me out?
out.
Like,
Whoa,
meaning
whoa, whoa,
like
whoa.
that.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse
You
me.
turned me like all respect, nothing sexual, nothing freaky. Cause I respect you, Mrs. Petty.
Mrs. Petty.
I do.
I do.
But it's just something that you do to your like to people and your fans and the people around you, and like you just so magnetic, and so you magnetizing me to the energy, and I love it. Like I fucking love this shit, Nicki. I love being on live with you. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm having such a good time. I don't give a fuck how it go. I'm having a good time.
Yo.
What is this with your eyes that you're doing it with? Like, what?
I'm just showing you that I'm confident. Like I'm serious. I'm looking you dead in your eyes.
This was made by God.
Hold
Now
on.
look at that. Look at my face.
Hold on.
Brag.
We gotta bring that back. Hold on.
Like, though, if you wanted them to like you, you know?
I ain't flirted in so long, Nicki. I don't even know how to be attractive no more. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
real.
like I ain't been attractive in like years, so I don't know how to be attractive. I just know how to be honest, and I'm telling you right now.
So listen, Ray J, you are ugly, but you don't have to say that.
That's
You
not
gotta
right, Nicki.
you gotta learn be confident in yourself.
That hurt me, Nicki.
Ugly people, you know, can do things too.
You hurt me. Now you hurt me again. Yo, Nicki. Nicki, why you hurt me? Like, damn. Like, you made my heart drop. Now I'm gonna go get a nose job. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get concealed. That's what it
Ain't
is.
nothing wrong with you, boy. Shut up. You want attention so bad. Sit down.
No, I don't. I need to get concealed. That's what it is. I've been up too long.
So you want to wear makeup?
Nah, I just need to be concealed a little bit for you, because I ain't got no filter.
No filter? Oh, sweetheart, no one will need a filter if you ever see me. You gonna need more than that.
I would love to work hard to get that what I need to get. Like, you just make me feel so good.
But can I ask you something for real? For real, what would you like look in the camera like as like if you really was trying to holler at somebody?
Smash them like buttons. It's up.
If I had to, I would go into my Martin mode. I would go.
Ooh.
Bite my lip because that's all I know.
And then I would cut the phone off. I'm being so serious.
So what I gotta do, because that's all I really know.
No, be honest. How you normally used to kick it to the hoes when you was doing that? Don't ever do that. Do not ever in your life do that again. Please.
That was what I used to do back in like 2015 anyway, so never again.
I'm dead. It's over.
What the fuck?
Nicki, I'm
Yo,
sick.
what the fuck is you doing with your eyes?
I'm just like, gotta show honesty with you. You ain't playing. You can read through everything, so I gotta show you like how I feel internally.
Okay, so how do you feel internally? Like, are you scared?
I just feel like after you name me Raja, and I've been telling people that's my name.
Nigga said his name is Raja.
And so you was right about the name.
Okay.
Now,
has anyone licked on your balls and said Raja yet? Or the head?
Friday Nick.
What? Freaky Friday's up.
I know, not yet, but I want them to.
Hold on. Look what she just asked.
So I gotta show you like how I feel internally.
Okay, so how do you feel internally? Like, are you scared?
I just feel like after you name me Raja, and I've been telling people that's my name, all the girls, it's been up. I've been up, and so you was right about the name.
Okay.
Now,
has anyone licked on your balls and said Raja yet? Or the head?
Friday Nick. I know, not yet, but I want them to. But I can't let them. I'm not letting my butt.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't letting them. Like, you gotta get to the balls before you get to the ass. But my thing is, like, if you gonna accidentally lick my balls and then lick my ass, and I'm chilling. Cause I honestly, I always get in the shower before I have sex anyway, so my ass is always gonna be clean and my balls.
This is a fucking court, sir. I didn't ask you about your showers. I've asked you to stick to the line of questioning. How dare you?
I don't know what got over me to say I was clean. I'm dirty.
No, don't try to be sarcastic, sir. Hi, ATL Jacob. Yeah.
What's up, ATL Jacob?
What?
No, I was shouting out.
ATL
Jacob?
Jacob.
Oh,
yeah, the real ATL.
Shout out to ATL
Don't
Jacob.
play. Don't play.
I won't play with you.
Don't ever play. Okay?
Never with you. Nuh-uh. You
so
like
you
the
like
one.
when a person's tongue mistakenly touches your ass?
No. Nope. I don't like that. But if they already down there, I mean, shit, I ain't gonna stop them.
Huh?
I mean,
so you'll push their head more into your ass?
No. No, I'm gonna try to bring them back up. But if they keep going down and I'm fresh, then I'm gonna let it ride. But honestly, I don't do that because I'm celibate. I'm only saving myself for one person.
That's a little crazy. So Ray J just say like it's salad to us. He's wilding.
If you've been getting scam texts like these...
Oh, Ray J is wilding today, man. Oh my God, he's up. She gonna curve him. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Brian. Actually. Oh, Lord.
For one.
People can see and hear you talking, it looks like.
I mean, I'm on blast. Like, there's 227 million people in here. Like, I'm blessed to be here with you and spending time with you. Where that pool at? Where you at? You got a big ass pool.
Somewhere you don't want to be, motherfucker. Now, don't play with me, okay? I'll press X on your box.
Please don't do that. Don't press X on my box.
X on that box, nigga. Okay? Keep thinking shit's funny.
I never chuckled one time, Nicki.
Keep thinking shit funny, nigga.
Ain't nothing funny around here, Nicki. Nothing.
I know.
Yep. I don't even know. Like,
let me ask you something. Do you consider yourself to be a loyal person? Or would you consider yourself to be a flip-flopper?
First off, I don't wear flip-flops because I fuck up my big toe and the toe next to it. That shit hurt. In the middle of the flip-flop, I can't do that string.
Not all
I ain't never been a
flip-flops like
flip-flopper.
that, so stop trying to be funny.
I ain't never, okay. Flip-flopper, I'm 1,000% loyal when I'm inside.
He said when he in the guts, he's loyal. Oh, man.
I told you never to do that face again and how dumb you look, but yet and still, you still did it, right?
That was a habit. I ain't never doing that again. My bad.
So would you consider yourself to be someone can trust?
Absolutely. Someone can trust, especially someone that I look up to and I respect and I honor. We all made mistakes in life, but sometimes you got to look at those mistakes, admit to them, take accountability, and move forward. And I'm doing that with you right now. I want to say I'm sorry. I want to apologize to you.
You don't have nothing to be sorry to me
But
about. I'm asking questions, sir. This is a court.
It was one thing.
What?
It was one thing I want to apologize to. Because when I, all right, so long time ago, when I was on,
Beast by Drone was goody.
right, let's just start from now.
I don't care. Oh, Bad Boy Kais said you lied to him about putting him on a show. Would you like
Bad boy who?
Kais?
Kais?
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with Nicki Minaj. I need time. Hello?
What?
I'm sorry. Nah, my friend pulled up on me and I ain't got time right now. I only got time for you. Bad boy Kais, my bad, my nigga. Right now I'm fully focused on Nicki and I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't really see the comments because I'm only focused on you, Nicki.
Nasty out there. Yo, so that might be enough for Ray J in the morning, man. I can't lie. Ray J, whenever I see him in the smoke, I feel like we gotta bring him on, man. You know, Ray J has became, like, I would have to say, maybe if not on the same level, or I think he's I think he's more funnier than homeboy. What's my man's name? Orlando Brown. He's becoming Orlando Brown out there. But I'm gonna say Ray J is kind of funnier because, I don't know. I know that Orlando Brown has been an actor from day one. I think Ray J's being himself, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. He acting wild out there right now. Kind of like this Ray J. This Ray J going for the money, B. This Ray J's going for the money. Yeah. Let him eat.
Sheababytv.
Let him cook. Let him cook. That's a fact. All right, so let's jump into this before we get into Drake. I wanted to get into Dame Dash. Okay, so Dame Dash, he fires back at Nore. He said, because the Paid in Full movie, Nore was saying, yo, Dame never gave me no money for that. Like, Dame Dash was raping niggas in the movies back in those days. So Dame Dash explains, like, yo, come on, son. This was a 4-second cameo I put him in. Now, do y'all remember Nore in the movie? Nore was like, yo, what up, Sean? Remember all of that? Yo, nigga got out of jail. It was a quick part.
Sheababytv.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This was a quick part. Yeah. Listen to what Dame's saying, then we're gonna get into the interview and listen to the smoke that he's talking. Hold on, did I put that on there? Oh, okay, let's just go straight to the smoke then, since I think that's why I didn't put that on there. Hold on. Dame Dash Nore. Okay. This is funny, my dude. This is wild. Let me see where this is at. I want to play the whole one. All right, we'll just do it from here. We'll just play this one. Yeah, but he definitely talks about the whole situation with that whole. Here it is.
I was on Drink Champs, and Nore was so adamant about me drinking Ciroc. So I'm like, what was in them drinks?
I don't want to respond.
Is that, yo?
Man.
Yo.
You never paid no bills.
Here's my answer to that.
What? Okay.
I've known Nore. Number one, pay.
Hold on, we gotta go back. Hold on. He said.
But I gotta address you if you addressing me multiple times.
What?
You never paid. You said you never paid him to be in his movies. Nore, it was on live. People asked me the question. You never paid him to be in his
Here's my
movies.
answer to that.
What? Okay.
I've known Nore. Number one, paid in full. He was in it for 4 seconds, right? And I made that part up. And if he felt that way, why he never said it to me? Why does he wait to get on a television show to say that if he felt that way?
Oh, shit.
But again, it's ridiculous. If that's all he got on me, that's nuts. But like, you know, when someone shows up in someone's video, do you think, as a friend, you think they charge him?
Nah, they don't do that.
When I made sure that he got his budget because they were robbing him for his marketing budget, did I ask for $1?
I didn't know that, bro. Okay, you teaching me that.
He says it. He says it. That I went and you know, I said, just look. I said because they weren't giving him money for marketing, but I knew how many records he sold. So based on the records he sold, I knew how much they were supposed to give him. So I said, just call me when you there. Don't tell him I'm coming. Pause. Okay. And he called me. I went up there, barked on Leor, barked on Kev. I said, y'all give him Mariah Carey this much. You got to get that man this much. And walked out. And they gave him this much. But at the end of the day, I hate when people have problems with people and they go and say something.
Raphael, what's goody, my boy?
That was a problem, that he didn't get paid for the 4 seconds and paid in full. That no one that and for the reason why I even put him, which is really funny to me, but the reason why I even put him in State Property Part 2 in the first place is because Jay didn't want me to sign him, right? And you'll never see a picture with him and Jay or anything had to do with Rockefeller. So I was trying to make it where he was embraced in our Rockefeller family by putting him in the movie. And if he wanted some bread, he could have asked. I don't even remember if he got paid or not. But if he wanted some, he could have got some. But I know that when I put his records out, his reggaeton records out, and I put all his things that and helped him, you know, I didn't talk to him about money then, and I'm not worried about money now.
No, I saw the interview. He's saying that you cheap shot him with the Mickey shit. He's like, he got a drink chances. Is like,
well, how's that a cheap shot? I showed the real shit. But here it is. If Nore has anything that he'd like to say to me, we could talk offline or we could talk online. But I'm not going over there. My issue with Nore is that when I'm on his show, he asks me everything under the sun about Leor, about anybody and everything. But when Leor was on his show, he wouldn't ask him no questions about me. When I confronted him about it, he was like, because I'm trying to get a deal on YouTube. And I'm like, so you let a white man come at me and pause. You're going to ask me every question about that white man because we are black, but you're going to give that man a more respect because he had a job at YouTube?
I respect that, Dame. He's facts.
The way, to me, I didn't like that he had Kanye on there while he knew Kanye wasn't in the right frame of mind. And all that shit that fucked Kanye's deals up, he said,
let him cook. That's right, Don Cooper.
Kanye, I wouldn't have let him go on that show. And if I was around Nore, I'd have said, Nore, why would you put him on there, ask him or have him say shit like that in public? You know that what's going on. So I just felt like I didn't like that. I don't like the fact that there's more things, but that's really my only issues. But even that little thing, like you didn't pay me for, that's whack. But we we'll address it another time. But okay. I just feel like I didn't like the fact that I brought. There's so many things, so I don't like to do that. So we'll talk.
That was public.
I think that was whack. That was corny.
That was public. He said it publicly. So people asked me. So I'm just answering.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't like that he did that.
Oh.
So I'm like, why would you? He never ever brought that up to me ever in life. I've never heard that. That's the furthest thing that I thought he would ever say.
Because you cheap shot him with the drink.
But I'm saying though, like that was a cheap shot. Like again, what was on my mind, I said to him, and why y'all trying to? At the show, I was saying it. If he felt anything about money, he could have told me that. In all 20 years, he ain't never said a word about it. That's what I'm saying. Why wait to get on a show? But another thing is, he on his show, he asked questions about me all day long. What I don't understand is why people that talk about people get so mad when someone that they talked about talks about them. I don't understand that.
Burnout. We all experience it at
That's a fact. That's a fact. Dame is defending himself.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous.
Hold on. Dame is defending himself. And I'm going to tell you, Dame is kind of right. Dame is kind of right. Why are you asking me questions about these people so you can sell records? And then when they come up there, you don't ask them about me like I'm nobody. You asking me about them like they the everything. And I'm the nobody in your conversation. Come on, man. You gotta ask Leo about Dame Dash. Yeah, Sheababytv. Dame Dash was the one that was telling Leo, no, you take Def Jam logo off those leather coats. That's a fact.
Are now responding to Dame Dash and some of the things he's done earlier this year. So, you know, it creates this back and forth, right? Me personally, I think Nore and Dame should have that conversation. I'm not sure if, you know, they'll do it on Drink Champs. But again, it seems as if Dame has an issue with Nore, you know, switching up, right? According to Dame, when Nore's around, it's different, right? Compared to when he's around Myth Bleak and others who have a lot to say about Dame, right? And of course, recently, Dame just completed the auction, right, of his third of Rockefeller.
I want to respond with disrespect.
Hold on.
You know.
Hold on. We got a response from Nore, but this dude got the music in the background. Goof. Hold on. We got to get to that, man. Because I feel Dame Dash. That's nasty. Oh, hold on. Dame Dash is at, now Dame Dash is at Vlad's neck. Dame Dash is not playing out here, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Dame Dash gonna do something to somebody.
Big Face Gary Show. So I'm reacting to it. So here's the clip.
I was making money, but you know, I don't like anyone really that I know on Vlad because I think Vlad is dangerous. I think he's a tricky dude, and I don't think he's for the culture. I think he's, you know, I think he's made it obvious that he's there to get our culture in trouble. You know what I mean? Or at least make money off the dysfunction of our culture, period. And he's always bringing my name up. He's another one that's obsessed with me. Paul is like, I don't know, bro.
Well, he trying to shit on you with Tony Yayo. Yayo's likes you, Dame. He a real man. Yayo's a Dame.
Oh, what did he say to Tony Yayo? What
Trying
happened?
to get Yayo to real yo. Dame's a clown with He was saying some hold up. He was saying, what you think about Dame? Talk about he wasn't in Fiesta video, but he was in every shot. He wasn't with R. Kelly. But Yayo say, hold up, you got a problem with Dame? It's obvious, man. Dame all right with me. And he said he don't like me, so I don't like him. Yayo just stop talking about you, Dame. He went to the next topic.
I like Tony Yayo. He's cool.
Tony Yayo, real nigga right there. I can't lie. Yeah, all that bullshit.
That I'll still be able to work with Tony Yayo because, you know, the new things and projects I'm doing, I would definitely include him because he's real.
Shout out to Tony and his Haitians. You got a problem with Dame. He just went right around it. He ain't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Dame neither, B.
That was Dame Dash. He decided to go on the Big Face.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I got no issues with Dame. I like Dame. I like what Dame brings to the table. I like that attitude. Yes, he's a prick. Don't get me wrong. You know, I don't even know if I can even have a conversation with him because I don't even know where he would go. But yeah, what I do like about Dame is he gonna stand for what he gonna stand for. Hold on, this is some more smoke. He gonna stand for what he gonna stand for. Because in this industry, they will walk all over you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. My pops was like that. If you ain't like that, you ain't getting no bread. That's just that.
I was on Drink Champs, and Nore was so adamant about me drinking Ciroc. So I'm like, what was in them drinks?
I don't want to respond.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. That's some funny shit. He said that the day he went on Drink Champs, Nore keeps going hard. Pause. You want some Ciroc? So he's like, yo, fam, why you keep pushing the Ciroc on me? I don't want the Ciroc. You know, because Dame Dash, I think he likes to drink vodka and smoke cigars, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We know he smoked weed too, but I think on his chill moment, I think 'cause he be dipping the I be watching Dame, man. He be smoking the cigars. That's what I'm saying. So he said when he come on the show, Nore like, yo, you want some Coco Loso? He keep trying to give him the Coco Loso, the baby oil Loso. He keep trying to give him the Ciroc. That's crazy. What Michelle say? Dame has remained consistent in everything or don't say. That's a fact, Michelle. Dame is straight official. Sheababytv.
You know, when someone shows up in someone's video, do you think, as a friend, you think they charge him?
Nah, they don't do that.
When I made sure that he got his budget because they were robbing him for his marketing budget, did I ask for $1?
I didn't know that, but okay. You teaching me that.
He says it. He says it. That I went and you know, I said, just look, I said, because they weren't giving him money for marketing, but I knew how many records he sold. So based on the records he sold, I knew how much they were supposed to give him. So I said, just call me when you there. Don't tell him I'm coming. Pause. Okay. And he called me. I went up there, barked on Leor, barked on Kev. I said, y'all give him Mariah Carey this much? You got to get that man this much. And walked out. And they gave him this much.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they don't like Dame. This is why Dame is not in the music business anymore. They're not going to let Dame in because they know you got to pay Dame. Y'all don't see what the industry's doing? When y'all see me keep bending down like that, it's because I'm turning the heat on and off, man. It's cold. It's me in New York, B. I ain't going to hold you. So, they don't want Dame in the music business because Dame is one of them guys that tell you, yo, you going to pay me my money. That's a fact. Boy always stand on business. Shout out to Raphael. That's a fact. Earl Sanders, what's goody? Shout out to my man Earl Sanders. Let's smash them like buttons too. Let's smash them likes. But yeah, Dame is just one of them, man. You know what I mean? People always hate the guy that tells you about yourself and tell you the truth. Me personally, I don't like talking to people like that sometimes too, especially when you're trying to get in the zone. He is considered a vibe killer. I'm not gonna lie. But the vibe kill could turn you 100,000 into 2 million off going hard, pause, because you got a negative energy in the air that's always like the right stuff. He's like the guy you don't want to hear talk, but he's always talking the right smoke. Like you don't want him talking to Leon Owens in the 90s. When Rockefeller's hot, if you Jay-Z, you Biggs, you Bleak, you these guys that's on the rock, you like, damn, Dame's got to talk to Leo? They're going to kick us off the label. But then no, an hour later, you got the money in your bank account and you got everything you need. So that's the guy you need representing you in the music business. Yes. Yeah. That's a fact. Think about it. Let's keep it real. My pops ain't here no more. The book is out. Let's keep it 100, right? This is the facts. And this is how you know a real one from a real one. You see these plaques back here? This is Clive Davis, right? This is the same guy that got Puff Daddy. The allegations they say with him and all of this, with Arista Records and all this, right? This is Arista Records right here, right? It's funny. When I do music and my brother do music, we can't go back to Arista. We got to go get deals other places. You know why? Because my father's a Dame Dash and he ain't doing no zesty stuff. The Zesties continue business for 30, 40 years. You know, their kids get on, their kids get on, because these are the things, and, they got dark secrets with each other where they got to remain friends and in business for a long time. But when you a Dame Dash and you a nigga like my pops, that's why we in a mansion right now, baby. We took care care of business. Sheababytv. We took care of business. And so what? If niggas don't like us, so be it. Yeah. Just keep them checks rolling in. That's right, because you can't erase the ink. If the ink is black, you're going to have to pay. Sheababytv. Shout out to Raphael. Dame put a lot of people in position in the industry, 100%. He put Cam in straight position. Cam says it. Shout out to Dame for letting me take over the rock. Right? That's what Joel said. Shout out for Cam for letting us to take over the rock. Yeah. Like Cam said, Jay-Z was tight when he came back from vacation after Dame was on the radio and saying Cameron's the new vice president of Rockefeller. Yeah. That's lining the nigga up, if you ask me. He putting them on. Putting you in positions that you want to be in. And that's a fact. That's a big fact. That's a fact, Cooper. You want to be in these positions. Why do you want to be in the music business to be a Doja forever? When Cameron jumped on the rock, he bossed up right away. You can see the difference. Him and the whole Dipset, they was walking around looking like Mr. T's. They had on all types of jewelry. Iciest niggas in the East Coast at that time. Yeah, come on, that nigga Cam had the world is yours piece. Yeah. Crazy. He had the world is yours piece. So, like I said, Dame Dash. He go down in history. You know, people could joke on him. Hey, Dame lost his teeth. You know, Dame is broke. He bankrupt. Dame trying to sell a rock to pay off his child support debt and all of this. Yeah, niggas could joke all they want. Right? Niggas could play all they want, right? But y'all knew the vibes when y'all saw that. Y'all knew the vibes. I'm sorry. When I thought of Rockefeller back in them days, I looked at Jay-Z like he was the artist and Dame was the nigga to talk to. Yeah. I never looked at Jay-Z as like no boss when he was rapping during all those days because he had to be the artist. Yeah, he was 50% owner and he was a label owner plus an artist. We know this already. But when I looked at the dude that put all of this together, just like Baby, I will always think Baby's more of a businessman than Weezy. He put it together. Just like D&Y from Rough Riders. That's the thing. You know, without those guys are the legs. Those guys are the muscle. These labels go nowhere without Dame Dash, D.Y., you know, all of these guys that ran these labels. Suge Knights, you know, we got to say it too. Puff Daddies. These guys are the muscles and the brains, paws behind all of this stuff, man. And that's bottom line. Smash them like buttons, too. Come on. Y'all listening, we talking good talk. At least hit the like button. It's free. Yeah. But for real, I'm just keeping it 100, man. You know, y'all saw backstage on YouTube or Tubi or Netflix. I go to the movie theater to watch this. You know, I'm watching in real time live. You know, the movie comes out on Friday. I see it on Friday, 8 p.m. The movies drop early, 3 p.m. I'm 5 hours behind when that movie comes out. I'm watching this. I'm watching them get the leather coats. He throw the shit on the floor, get Leo on the phone, and Leo's talking like he's shook. That's why I said, I agree with Dame. How you gonna get on Drink Champs and not ask this man about me? I'm kicking in the nigga off his door, demanding my money, demanding my release dates. All my artists are dropping. We all got clothing lines. Everybody is winning. Everybody is winning. That's a fact. Now, another guy that people don't take the credit from, you know, and I'm not just saying this because I got to deal with them and I'm signed with them, but I'm keeping it real. Niggas don't give Irv Gotti no credit. Irv is the one who's telling Leo, sign all these niggas. You know, Irv and Dame is the one in conversation, like, let's put this together. You know, like, I don't know if Leo is to the streets like that, but he definitely got Irv Gotti around him, letting him know where the fire is coming from. Come on, my nigga. He tells him to sign DMX, Ja Rule, Jay-Z. Come on. The lineup is stupid. Method Man and Redman. This is crazy. Yeah. Nore, you just heard what Dame said. They didn't even want you part of the Rock. But I said, no, keep him in the mix with us. Sign him to Def Jam. Yeah. I'm just keeping it 100. Some of the ones who clown him be the same ones selling their soul. That's a fact, Michelle. I feel like, how can you clown a nigga that's not selling their soul? We never heard no gay zesty stuff with Dame Dash. Dame Dash was at those Diddy parties, and he's the one saying that, like they knew better not to play with him like that. That's what Dame is saying. Dame said, yeah, I've been to the parties, but nothing, there was nothing like that. There's pictures. We saw the pictures. Matter of fact, let me see if I still got it. We saw the pictures with Dame and all them laid up in the bed and everything like that. Remember that? We saw that. We talked about this when the Diddy smoke first started. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is it right here. Right there. Look. He could never deny not going to the Diddy parties. He could definitely never deny that. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This is the thing about Diddy parties. Because I'm not gonna hold you. That's a hell of a lineup right there. This is a definite, I don't know, if the whole situation with, what's up, Tone? I don't know about the baby oil situations, but let's keep it real, my niggas. You single, you got money, you know what I mean? You jumping on this bed right here with Aaliyah and all these Spanish mommies and J-Lo. Let's keep it real, my dudes. You know what I mean? That's why I said I respect Dame, because he's saying that, yeah, I've been to the parties, but, they knew not to play with me like this, because the average nigga coming from Harlem and Brooklyn, you definitely getting involved in this. These are Spanish mommies and Aaliyah. These are Spanish mommies and Aaliyah in the 90s. We definitely involved. I can see Dame smoking a little weed at them parties, drinking a little, little Cristal. That's about it. I just don't, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm not just saying this. I don't see Dame Dash getting involved with the baby oil stuff. You already just said. Joe, did you hear this shit with, why is Nore asking Dame to drink Ciroc so much? That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's nasty work. But I'm looking at it like, he's only asking them to drink the Ciroc because he's signed to Revolt. That's Puff Daddy and them liquor. He's advertising it. That's like you coming on my show and I keep saying, yo, you want to drink some Mr. and Mrs.? You want to drink some ridiculous Mr. and Mrs.? Of course, I'm going to push the issue. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to push the issue. Shout out to everybody pulling up, too. Let's smash them like buttons. Come on, it's free. I don't understand. Why do we got to go through this every day? It's sort of like a headache for YouTubers. Smash the like buttons, like and subscribe. That shit is corny. Who want to keep saying that? Sound like a broken record. Sheababytv. Hey, buddy, we're not going to talk about Diddy night. Not yet. We have an itinerary on this show. We don't just bring Diddy up out of nowhere. It's timed. You know what I mean? I got to text Diddy, too, so he know to jump on here, slip through the jail cells, go get the guard's phone, and come in the lobby like he always do. That's a fact. Let's get some Zagrappa in there, too. Sheababytv. Yeah, man. So you already know if you are smoking that gas, you know you can't just roll up if you smoking them papers. You gotta put that Zagrappa in there. Grabby! Gotta put that Zagrappa in there. Shout out to the Zagrappa. Come with the spoon, too. It definitely come with the spoon. That's a fact. And they sent me their little commercial that they just got involved with. Look at this. Shout out to Zagrappa. Yeah. Oh, word? You lying. White T, where do you get this? All right, so let me tell you. The Zagrappa, it's in all stores. There's like 600 stores throughout New York, Miami, North Carolina, D.C., Westchester County. It just got into. So, yeah, it's good. Look, I like their whole setup. Look, this is how it comes. You know, it got the, come with the spoon. This is an empty one here because, I smoke, of course. Shout out to Zagrappa. Yeah. I'm going to tell you. If you a grabber smoker, you know the weed is all in the grabber. If that grabber ain't hitting, it ain't right. It ain't right. What did he say? Hit to the streets made me king by... Okay, Zeph. I see you. Raphael said word to my mother. That grabber got to be hitting. Yeah, shit, baby. And I can't lie. I co-signed it. Look how many of them I smoked. And they gave me cases. Look. I got cases. I stand by it. Look. I got cases. I stand by it. It's gas. It's definitely gas. And if you want to wash it up with something, pause, you can sip on that Mr. and Mrs. You know what I mean? Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the sponsors. So, yeah, man. Like I said, Dame Dash, he goes down in history. We gonna keep Dame in the mix. That's a fact. All right, so let's move on. Now that we got a little Zagrappa in there. All right, so I wanted to talk about this. Drake, he unfollowed Timbaland, I guess for some, let's net surf this and see what this is. Drake unfollow Timbaland. Kind of want to go DJ Academics flow. Let me see if he got something out there. Let's see. Okay, this is actually more interesting. So, according to this, because of all of this stuff, see, Timbaland is mad at Drake for running his mouth and snitching, right? So Academics talks.
Now, some of y'all might be a little surprised by this, but your boy DJ Academics had some criticism about Drake and his lawsuit with UMG. As a matter of fact, he was warning Drake, you better be careful. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
So it's either completely changes or they treat Drake like they treat everybody else. Yo, we're going to violate you in court. And then not only we're going and this.
Hold on, he got the music, Goofy. That's a hater. Hold on. Don't worry, we going to find that. Okay, we found it. See? Them dudes is haters with the music behind it. Here we go.
In perspective, just to put that in perspective, that's not a good investment. Actually, Universal Music Group reported that Spotify paid them for 2023 for every artist they have. Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Drake, Post Malone, Kendrick, everybody. for the year, $2.3 billion. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever investment they're doing with Drake, I know Drake's the biggest rap artist, but it's not incentivized to think that you're going to get that much of a return in terms of 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x. They're not 10xing an investment on Drake. So it means you're going to give this guy like $600 million and he's not going to 10x it. He's probably not going to 5x it. Maybe 2x it. Now, I get it. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, but it does matter because these companies are not publicly traded in the bottom line. So, Drake filed this lawsuit, and again, I do think he could fold. The folding would be whatever they're offering him, which is probably what he don't want.
Queen, what's good, boo-boo?
Now, I do have some problems with this. And
I miss you, Queen. I've been hitting you. Make sure your ass text me today, man. That's a fact.
This is very important. Taylor Swift is the only individual, and we're talking post Michael Jackson, who has gone against the label and successfully won and stayed at the label. And the label was still incentivized to push them. Let me give you two examples. And these are not musical examples, but here's the thing. When you have fixed, and I almost want to call it, it's like damn near monopolistic in a sense. I don't know if you guys follow a lot of whether it's legal stuff or you guys follow business stuff. Let me bring in an example. Right now, there's a federal lawsuit. You will see it's been floating around, I believe, U.S. I think it's in the Southern District or maybe Eastern. Live Nation federal lawsuit. Okay. Now, the Department of Justice, they're actually suing Live Nation, saying you guys are a monopoly. Okay.
That's fire.
Antitrust, a law that was created, and it's basically saying that it suffocates the competition because it controls everything. Let me explain what that is, right? So monopolistic entities, and I mean, there is times that, like, say, Amazon has faced that. Just listen to me here a second. You'll get it. I'm going to tell you why this is important. When a company controls because we believe in capitalism, no company should have that much control that there can't be new competitors and basically they're printing free cash. How does Live Nation do that? Live Nation owns Ticketmaster, which is, hey, if you want to go to a concert, you have to buy tickets. They own the ticketing company. Live Nation controls 80% of the big venues. So if I'm the company that's the touring company, I own the ticketing system, I own the venues, I also own...
Smash them like buttons, like and subscribe too. Let's talk about it.
Everything that's around the live musical experience. Am I not... How could you ever beat me? Because now when you say, hey, I want to start up a...
Let's drop some donations too in the super chat. I don't be super chatting y'all. I be letting y'all rock. Free rock. Let's spend some bread.
Perfect gift for my boy.
Yeah, so listen. So basically, DJ Academics is trying to say, this is what people are coming down on Drake about right now. And this is what's killing Drake. That the industry is pretty much saying, this could finish the business. Drake, I hope you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We hope you know what you're doing because this could ruin the business.
Once I think you're about to level up, by the way, they've been doing this to AG Touring, who did stuff with Moneybagg Yo, who did stuff with Rod Wave, Lil Baby, and even Sexy Red. Here's the thing, and I know I'm getting deep into the woods here. I told you a story about Baby. They told Lil Baby, yo, we'll give you, I think, what was the number? I think it was like $500,000 or $600,000 per show. Take it or leave it. Now, I'm trying to show you what a conglomerate, monopolistic entity, and this is why like it's banned. Like you can't just be a monopoly. You have to allow competition because capitalism is supposed to encourage competition to get the best prices, right? Especially for the consumer. Lil Baby gets offered 500, 600,000 by Live Nation. They said that's all we could pay you. You'll do all arenas. Let's go on tour. An independent company comes around and says, "Hey, baby, we could pay you $900,000, $300,000 per date more than the other company. Just go with us. We could get these same venues. We're gonna book them and whatever. We're gonna deal with all the costs. It's good." In reality, Live Nation could pay Lil Baby $900,000, but because the way how they control the market, Baby don't got no fucking options. So then you get AG and AG actually, how they try to compete against Live Nation. Then it turns to some other shit, right? It turns to, okay, well, if I'm Live Nation, I'm gonna make sure y'all can't get some of my venues, because these venues they book shit out, and if Live Nation's not using them, they will book it to other people. But now you realize somebody's trying to undercut you. You own the venue shit, and then think about this. Are you going to make sure Lil Baby, who didn't do a deal with the company that owns the ticketing company, Ticketmaster, you going to make sure his shit get promoted on Ticketmaster? You know what I'm saying? So it's a monopoly. And
that's a fact, Michelle. There's some goofies, but it's all love.
The music business. And bring this back to essentially like the whole thing with like Drake.
You heard what Michelle said, smash them like buttons.
So Universal Music Group kind of is the same thing. Not as much as Live Nation, but it's the same thing. Universal Music Group owns part of Spotify. They have deals and heavy laden incentives with every company that they need to win. So basically, it turns into a situation where Universal Music Group could just print money. If we could influence Spotify to prioritize our artists over an independent artist, how could an independent artist ever compete with UMG? We're giving them billions of dollars to license our catalog. Also, we gave them a discount, but it meant we own part of their company, and also we have certain type of control. They would never say some random Joe Schmo that never did a deal with anyone is going to get Spotify blanketed approval. No, we own part of Spotify. What the fuck? That person that you're going to give blanket all the playlists with got to be someone who works or someone who's signed to UMG. That's how business is being done at the big level. Okay. And I'm sorry for going to these little tangents, but I got to say this for you guys to understand. Okay? So, when it now comes to Drake, as I said, he's having his Taylor Swift moment. Taylor Swift is the only person that has made UMG get to one knee for her. Or basically say, we were doing this, but now that you said this or you feel this type of way, we'll go this way. I'm going to give you examples how she did that. Taylor Swift's biggest fight in her career is that she felt that she was robbed of her masters. Universal, and there's a whole documentary about this.
That's crazy. You see how they tend to people like her? You feel like you've been robbed for your masters. So okay, no, we'll correct this for you. The rap dudes feel like that. They say, hey, don't even let him in the building.
Scooter Braun or whoever, we're going to give it back to you. That's not how they usually operate. Taylor Swift, what she did was that she wrote letters.
Let's smash them like buttons.
Taylor Swift, Big Machine, letter. Like she would write these like letters or whatever. Like she wrote on her Tumblr, like, and her fans would fuck with it. Like Taylor Swift literally said, hey, what I'm going to have to do to get around this, I'm going to have to drop my old albums again. And her fans was like, Taylor, we love you. We don't care. Drop it again. Taylor dropped her albums twice. And
that's a fact, Michelle. Yo, Michelle, they nasty. There's nothing we can do, man. It's all right. You know, it's okay. they can't talk to you anyway, man. You green, you lighten up, you a cutie. They see your picture. They can't get next to you.
I'm not saying it's going to be successful. Because Taylor Swift fans rode with Taylor Swift. They made the label say, Taylor, you're right, and we can't go against you and so many people who love your music. We're going to make things right with you, even if we take a loss. When Taylor said, yo, UMG, I need y'all to work out y'all deal with TikTok, based on how big Taylor was, UMG got back in the negotiation room and worked it out. Drake is trying to have the same thing.
Niche getting tight.
Number one, Drake's audience is not as big as Taylor Swift. Number two, Drake is not as transparent with his career as Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift used to write that she was victimized. Look, Taylor Swift, stolen. Like, she would write like, yo, these guys, if they're taking advantage of me. Like, she would literally break it down on how the obviously she was getting that.
Straight vibe, Michelle. Easy, low key, no problems. Let them niggas hate. We just chilling.
And this is what it goes back to what I was saying about messaging. Drake just dropped a random petition that's going to lead to a lawsuit. His fans don't even know what's going on. They're like,
shout out to the drips. That's a fact.
A regular
Valerie Puffins, what's goody?
Like, you're going to listen to Drake or whoever say, oh no, you're going to get Party Next Door's album when it's ready. That shit's probably done. That's just probably done. The business is holding up that album. I guarantee it. I'll put 20,000 on it. That album is done, but it's the Universal bullshit that's holding up that album. Drake isn't that transparent. And that is the thing. Because Taylor Swift is going to tell y'all, hey, when I was young, I signed this deal. I thought I was going to get my this, da-da-da. They robbed me, blah, blah. And her fans...
That's a fact, my boy. I let the people talk, and we do, we go to other people's channels. We call it internet surfing. Let other niggas talk. I'm not on here talking no jail stories. My nigga, I get to the breach, my nigga. I'm not sitting here playing around with no bullshit, sitting there saying, yeah, I done knock niggas out. I can't wait. I wish I would beef with some of these YouTube niggas on here. Goofies. That's a fact. That's the shit you going through in all these channels. I already know. That's a fact. I'm not running that like this, my guy. We sitting there getting to the bottom line of the music industry. That's a fact.
I have about Drake. We don't know.
You already said tap that screen, hit that like button. They participating. Let's talk about it.
Looks like he's angling just by the lawsuits. Looks like you're angling a fight against the labels. But you got to be very honest. Drake has, I think, the best ever audience in terms of hip hop. People have lived. I've lived. Some people think. Listen, obviously, I'm glad Drake's the biggest artist and he's my favorite artist. But I grew up 15 years of my life. Listen to this nigga's music. 15 years of my life. Every song. Cataloging, and it was basically being the soundtrack of what I was going through. I'm connected to the music. That's another thing when people mention Kendrick. Kendrick just rapping a bunch of bullshit to me. He's a great rapper, but his music doesn't connect to my life. I started listening to Drake when I was in college. Nigga, I'm in my mid-30s, nigga. That's been my life. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, again, and there's a lot of people like me. So for the people who be like, oh, why? His music is, just like I know people who grew up on Jay-Z, they feel the same. Here's the problem, though. I don't think Drake is as communicative about that type of stuff, right? So let me explain the Taylor Swift moment, and that's what I'm going to explain how Drake is having his. In every situation that Taylor was disgruntled, she was vocal with her fans. She let her fans know what was going on. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to drop my 5 or 6 old albums again because I was robbed and I was taken advantage of. And her fans believed it and they supported everything she did.
Taylor Swift moments.
Kept out of the blue. And also it's a hip hop thing because rappers usually only brag to you. This is why it's hard to feel bad for rappers. All they do is brag about what they've got, and they don't appeal to the side that you could relate to. You don't see Taylor Swift saying, I'm flying on a jumbo jet with the biggest cars ever, and I've spent $40 million buying this person's jewelry. Like, you don't hear that. It just looks like some country girl. But she got more money than everybody. So she appeals to her fans, and her fans be like, well, if Taylor feels like she's getting taken advantage of, we're getting taken advantage of. We love her. Drake doesn't do that. But I do think he's having his Taylor moment.
Hashim, they smoking bush weed. They need to be smoking that gas. Clash Street Boy, what's goody?
He's gonna need for his fan base, his audience.
Everybody say what's good to Clash TV. We got a big weekend this weekend. I'm going to put y'all on at the end of the show. But I got to get off here soon because I think they looking for me. I think we got I forgot today's Friday. We got a conference call. But I'm going to get on there in a few. Let's get back to the smoke.
Levy against Drake. For as great as we do think, and I do think Drake's
Yo, Real, I appreciate you, my dude. That's real talk, my guy. I work hard at this. I appreciate that.
moments like this. I'll explain. Brother, let's get back to 2015, 2016. Do you remember when Drake sold 1 million first week? Y'all remember views? I remember slightly before that. If you're reading this is too late. Y'all remember going into More Life. Y'all remember, obviously then we get to Scorpion. Let me tell you one thing that Drake did.
Oh, yeah, Niche, time is a real one. That's a real one right there.
Today.
Yeah, shout out Clash TV. And get the bush weed out of your life. Let's smoke some gas when y'all pull up in here early. Let's talk about it. Y'all want some gas? Y'all want to talk about some gas? Good plug for my man. Get that Cat Daddy gas right there. We'll tag him later on the gram. Shout out to my man, Tiny Bum. That's my nigga. Cat Daddy's that gas.
Apple Music. He rapped about on something. Right? And I think it came with the 1 week exclusive that he did a radio show, whatever it was. Right? Yeah. Oh, Apple Music pays Drake $20 million for the new album. Now, what we're gonna have to realize, and this is as great. Listen,
yes, sir, Stacy. That Cat Daddy gelato's fire.
Isn't the best when it comes to this media shit, because I'm gonna have to give it up how I got to give it up. Here's the reality of it, right? So it says Apple. So a report from His Daily Double back in the day said that Apple Music gave Drake $20 million to create views and give it to them for a week, right? A week. Now, it was exclusive to them. Let me explain how that was short-sighted, and that probably helped put Drake in the position he was. Remember I told you why recently I said, I'm not interested no more too much in deals, because I've seen how all this shit goes. When these labels are offering you a big bag, it's because they're getting a big return. I'll give you 2 examples. I even give you an example I'm a part of. Partly, I understand why Joe Budden was wilding out at Spotify, but that's not the way to go if you ask me. You got negotiated in there. When he was like, they gave me, who knows, whatever money they gave him, Spotify initially. But he felt like he was underpaid and they wouldn't pay him what they needed to for this subsequent contract that he probably requested or they were negotiating. I don't know if they did. I knew it when it came to even me with Spotify, right? By the way, everything also it bores true later. You know, I always said that my biggest success with Spotify, I took my first year's paycheck, I threw it all into Spotify stock. I took what they paid me, I bought all Spotify stock. The stock at the time was like 200 and something. During the pandemic, it fell to like 110, 115. That stock now is worth $450. So if you think about it, if I say they paid me $1 million, right? Right? Let's say they paid me that. If I put $1 million in and I never sold, which by the way I did sell, that $1 million 3 years ago, if I waited for
Future T, what's goody, my boy?
it would be worth $4 million.
Oh, this is DJ Academics, my guy.
What do you think they paid me the first year? Times it by 4.
I
Right?
got you.
That's
I'm
would have
sorry,
been
my boy.
the real
I respect that.
gain of this. I'm gonna tell you why I'm telling you that information.
I got you.
Because what Drake is now doing, I think is going to be a little bit, it's going to fall slightly short and he's going to maybe try to do what a lot of people do in terms of, hey, I helped build this. Because here's the thing, when Drake got 20 million from Apple Music and Spotify were in a war to the death on who could gain more subscribers to their streaming platform for music. They were doing anything. And they realized the quickest way to get more people to subscribe to Apple Music, which was $10 a month, was to show that certain artists, especially the biggest artists, were only going to drop their music on their platform. And maybe not for the whole time, but exclusively. So I'm pretty sure when Drake took that 20 million.
There you go, my boy, my fault. I should have had his picture up so you know who's talking.
But
we talking that Drake going against the industry smoke. Yeah, man, let's get to it. It's lit in here. Hit them like buttons.
Up the entire industry. Just give me 1 second. I just want to Google this and show you. So this was views, right? So
now, my boy, you good. You helped us all out. We should have that picture up. Good looks.
Apple Music subscribers 2016. I just want to show you something. So in 2016, right? In 2016, they touted that, I just want to show you this, right? Them and Apple, they were trying to compete with Apple, right? Not Apple, I mean Spotify. In 2016, you're going to see that they basically said they had around like 20 to 30 million. I know it says December, but they never put out the real numbers. It was basically between 20 to 30 million paying subscribers, right? They were gaining ground on Spotify by paying people like Drake 20 million. Spotify said it had 40 million. So let's just say Spotify had 40, Apple Music had 30. Let me show you something now. Spotify paying subscribers 2023. Because Drake even points to that in the contract.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of money in them Spotify contracts. That's why, all of this is weird because, okay, so Drake is saying that the labels is buying up all these bot views and streams. But then, when you buy it, you get the money kicked back. But then they getting money from the commercials because let's keep it real. The people only give you advertisement money if you're doing the streams. So if you got fake streams and fake bots, you're even faking out the companies that's spending money on advertisement. It's fake. Yeah. So, with me having over 10,000, 20,000 people in here and maybe 150 likes at the end, like y'all say, I you know what? I'm not mad at that because I know it's real. Sheababytv. Yeah. You know what I mean? No bots in here, no fakeness. We're not talking to robots. This is straight up people. Michelle, you see her picture, right? She's sitting cute. Them things is sitting nice on her. That's really her. You know what I mean? She got a cute face and them things is sitting nice on her. That's really her. This is not no bots. Yeah. Sheababytv. Niche. Cute smile. That's niche. Yeah. Patricia dripping all over the place. That's Patricia. Sheababytv. You know what I mean? Time pulls up, that's time. Future T pulls up, that's future. Don Cooper pulls up, it's Don. We have no bots in here, y'all. Congratulations to us. Yeah. So, with all of that being said, let's go back to academics because academics is breaking down why Drake sounds crazy saying this because the industry could go down for this. The FCC might get nasty off all of this.
We don't have to get down with this. We could just use our leverage with our record labels and say we're going to drop music in a different way. Since you guys are trying to build streaming, and yes, I'm saying this unequivocally, and this is why I personally feel Drake feels away. Drake built the entire industry of streaming for these bigger conglomerates. Here's the problem. All he did was take the money, and he never took the thing that could possibly have you with some control. Even if Drake says, hey, listen, fuck the money. Just give me, obviously Apple wouldn't give him shit because, Apple Music is not going to, but maybe Spotify would be like, hey, listen, just give me a percentage. Just like how you negotiate with UMG. Well, I'm actually about a fourth of what UMG's bringing in. I'll do a deal with you directly. But I want some piece and some parts of what's going on here. And that's the problem. I'm really telling you that's the problem. So Drake...
That's the big problem. Y'all don't know those people on the other side, those guys, the gatekeepers, those people, they will never do that.
Artists that could move the needle.
Smash those like buttons, haters.
You don't matter no more. This is why you should have incentivized when you could move the needle to get some real skin in the game. And it's not.
Oh, Patricia? Yeah. I know she probably mad. Why Shay keep saying this? Keep blowing my cover.
Drake, while he's gotten, I believe the only artist that's gotten $1 billion off music, didn't utilize his spot in building streaming, in building all these things that he was, by far number one. He didn't utilize that to have the control that later on, which he was eventually going to get to a point where they say, maybe we don't need him as much as we used to. But if you had some power and control, you'd be like, hold on, nigga. Hold on. This is what it's exactly the Michael Jackson Sony play. Drake never did it. Drake took all the cash. He got jumbo jets, buys up everybody's jewelry, fucks every hoe, fucks every nigga bitch, has money just coming out the ass, which is good. We all want money. But what happens is sometimes the industry, and let's go back to Diageo with Diddy before all this happened. Let's go back to, even though that was a much more amicable situation, Bacardi with Jay-Z. It's okay. These companies are cool with paying you $1 billion. But when they think that you can't help their bottom line or you're not the pendulum.
Don Cooper, let's do it.
They tell you, all right, kick rocks with your $1 billion. Do you get what I'm saying? So when Drake is filing a lawsuit now, and I'm saying he's having his Taylor Swift moment, you know why all these companies bow to Taylor? They know if Taylor says right now, I promise you, if Taylor says right now, I feel like Universal is robbing me, this stream is, yo, she had them reevaluate the price of a stream.
This holiday?
That's crazy. Okay, so they saying that Taylor Swift changed the game of changing the price of how much people get paid per stream, because when streaming first started, they were, just getting in the swing of, streaming. We're used to the radio streams, buying records. These are the people that's from the 90s, early 2000s, not you 21-year-olds and you 17-year-olds. I don't know nothing about this. You guys come into the game streaming. You know what I mean? Because 15 years ago, I guess 12 years ago when the streaming starts, you guys are just getting phones. You are 20-year-olds. You're 10 years old. Because, my kids, they all had phones by the age of 10. Straight up phones. I don't know if they were streaming, but they were watching a whole lot of YouTube. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying. Like they changed the flow of that Taylor Swift. You Swifties.
She disagreed with it, and then basically, she's going crazy now with it. But
You hear academics with them nerd goofy typing? I can't type that fast. What a goofy.
Hold on. You're going to see a bunch of Drake stuff, but... Look, here's the thing, and this is what I'm saying, the Taylor Swift moment. Taylor, in her time at the top, where the labels know you can't piss this woman off. You can't say, fuck her. She used her power. You could call it Karen all you want. She used it then. Hey, I don't like this. This looks like it's taking advantage.
You could call it Karen.
And the label know what fight they can fight. They're like, yeah, we don't want Taylor telling her whole fan base to do some other shit. All right, hold on, Taylor. We gonna make it right. Let me tell you what now is told me about what the label's saying about Drake. They're looking at Drake eating a carrot like, nigga.
That's crazy. All right, so enough of academics and Drake. We got to move on. But I'm going to tell you, this is just the beginning. If you haven't noticed, ever since the election of Trump, and they've been trying to keep our minds off Diddy. Now they're bringing everything back up with Kendrick and Drake again. This is what they want us to talk about now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep you guys up to date on everything what's going on with Drake and Kendrick, Lamar. But we are not going to forget about Diddy at all. We're not going to let them throw us off. Because you know what, guys? You know what time it is. You know this is the best time of the day. I just text him. Hopefully, the security guards will give him the message. But I let people know it is Diddy time. It's Diddy time! Okay, so your man Diddy, you know, we've been covering Diddy for months now. We all know Diddy is hot boy right now. But, you know, Diddy's trying to get out. We know Diddy's trying to get out. He's been trying to get out for, you know, I guess this is day 69 for Diddy being locked up. It's day 69. You know, yeah, it's just, you know, they denied him again. You know, this is the fourth time. You know, they're not letting him. He has the money to put up. He even wanted to put up another house. I think he has 2 houses. He wanted to put up the second house also. They tell him no. Yeah, they are not feeling Diddy right now. So, here it is. Let's see what they saying out there. Because, I ain't gonna lie. I think Diddy's gonna get off, but I think they want him to wait until April. That's the vibe I get. So let's see what they're talking about.
Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail. For instance, Combs' efforts to call and text witness 1 consider, under the relevant law, 1, nature and circumstances of the offense charged, 2, weight of the evidence against the person, 3, history and characteristics of the person, and 4, nature and seriousness of the danger that would be posed by the person's release. And it also says that the court has also reviewed the information submitted by Combs and the government across all 3 bail hearings in this case. As you remember, Sean Combs was denied bail both by a magistrate judge and a district court judge. Judge Subramanian writes, the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence, so that's the standard, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. In support of this finding, the court provides the following reasons. Now, first, Judge Subramanian goes through the allegations in the indictment to show how serious this is. And it reads, the indictment charges Combs with serious and violent crimes. And by the way, we remember he's charged with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Damn them fucking baby oils.
That for decades, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual...
Use them baby oils or smash them likes.
To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. And it goes on further to talk about more of the allegations. Judge Subramanian writes, the government has presented direct evidence of Combs' violence. And what he cites is the 2016 videotape where Sean Combs is purportedly beating his ex.
Short Gorilla, what's goody, my boy? Appreciate you a lot.
Published by CNN several months ago. This has been a big piece of evidence in this case. We've talked about it extensively. And remember, Cassandra Ventura is the one who initially filed that lawsuit against Sean Combs back in November of 2023, got the ball rolling with all the other lawsuits and also all the criminal charges. But he not only cites the 2016 video to show his propensity for violence, but text messages between Combs and victim one. Now, we believe victim one to be Cassandra Ventura. But it reads, text messages from the hours and days following the 2016 Intercontinental Hotel incident say, I have a black eye and a fat lip. You are sick for thinking it's okay to do what you've done. I still have crazy bruising. From there, Judge Subramanian also says there is evidence supporting a serious risk of witness tampering. For example, Combs initiated an
JFK, what's goody?
with witness one.
Yeah, man, happy Thanksgiving to you too, JFK. Good guy, my dude.
And in fact testified on July 25th, 2024. Combs was represented by counsel during this time, and they have offered an explanation for some of these communications, but they could not explain them all. For instance, Combs' efforts to call and text witness one even after his grand jury testimony, or Combs deleted texts with this witness. That's bad, right? The idea of reaching out to a witness maybe before you knew they were a grand jury witness, that could be a problem, but really after their grand jury testimony, that's a problem. From there, Judge Subramanian says there is evidence that Combs violated Bureau of Prisons regulations during his pretrial detention to obscure his communications with third parties. We talked about this a lot, how Sean Combs was using other inmates' PAC numbers to make calls, was using
Damn, Diddy's moving around in that jail. How he know so many people in there?
Calls. The allegation was he was not only breaking the rules, but he was also doing it to reach out to potential witnesses in the case, maybe to try to influence potential jurors through a social media campaign. Now, this is interesting because Judge Subramanian writes, the court makes no determination that the content of Combs' communications through these channels was improper. That's interesting. And this is something that he talked about in the hearing about, is it really bad he's posting things or having people post things for him on social media? So he's saying, I'm not really going to focus on the content of the communications, but, and this is something that we talked about in our prior sidebar, it was just the flouting of the rules that was the problem. He writes, however, his willingness to skirt BOP rules in a way that would make it more difficult for his communications to be monitored is strong evidence that the court cannot be reasonably assured as to the sufficiency of any conditions.
Happy Thanksgiving, Salt. What's poppin'?
When Combs was seeking bail and when he knew the government's concerns about witness tampering.
Shout out to Salt, the Sheababytv. What's goody?
Really bad that he's doing this when he's already accused of obstruction and he's under the government's eye. But, and this is also interesting, you know another reason why the court was skeptical about Sean Combs being released? And, you know, Judge Subramanian at least kind of entertained what would bail look like, what would pretrial release look like. He went on a back and forth, and we'll talk about this in a minute, where Sean Combs' attorneys had said he has an apartment in New York, there will be private security. Well, here's what the court says. The court doubts the sufficiency of any conditions that place trust in Combs and individuals in his employ, like a private security detail, to follow those conditions. So, wow. So really seems swayed by the prosecution's argument that his private security team could probably be susceptible to manipulation. Now, this part is fascinating. There was a back and forth at the beginning of the hearing, and we're going to get into it in a little bit, where Judge Subramanian was asking Sean Combs' lawyers about a discrepancy. You might recall that there were materials that were photographed from Sean Combs' jail cell. And the allegation was by the defense was that this was a violation of his privilege, that there were materials that were photographed that were subject to attorney-client and work product privilege. And the defense had said that there was a number of legal pads that said legal on top of them. And there was a discrepancy where the judge brought it up about whether these pads actually said legal. He writes, the court further notes that it held an emergency hearing to address the government's usage of notes on legal pads recovered from Combs' bunk. At that hearing, defense counsel advised all these legal pads say legal. Yes, they're marked as legal. After the hearing, the court inquired why, in light of counsel's representation that the notes at issue were on legal pads that were clearly marked as legal, photographs taken during the sweep show no such labels. At the hearing, defense counsel admitted that it has to be the case that as of the day of the search, legal wasn't written on every legal pad, and that they were not sure whether the pad presented to the court had legal on it at the time of the sweep. And Judge Subramanian writes, the circumstances of this incident and the misrepresentation made at the hearing where Combs was present bear on...
I know, I was thinking about him the other day too, Michelle. I ain't seen him all week. Shout out to Fox.
Or whether through inadvertence or active subversion, they will be broken and the community's safety threatened. Almost seems...
Damn, he's saying that Diddy moving around nervous and desperate.
Subramanian distinguishes Sean Combs' case from the Mike Jeffries case, the former Abercrombie & Fitch CEO who was just recently arrested on sex trafficking charges in New York. He's facing charges in federal court in the Eastern District of New York as opposed to the Southern District, but same thing. And the idea there was he was released on $10 million bail. Very similar allegations, sex trafficking.
Yo, what's up with these niggas with money? Why they keep having... Yo, I don't understand. Like, I could go grab 20 dudes right now that I know that spend no money and piping mad chicks and don't gotta gas them, drug them up, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. You niggas got money. You're the female. Just go ride around in the Lambo. Chicks to jump right in and jump right off. I don't understand. What's the sex trafficking about?
And right now, it seems that the only other option for Sean Combs will be to try to appeal this to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. They had originally appealed it up there, but they put it on pause so they could actually go back to Judge Subramanian. But now that has been defeated for them. Now, we actually did a full breakdown of the hearing from last week where the judge considered arguments from both sides. So let's play that for you right now. This could prove to be a very interesting week in the Sean Diddy Combs legal saga.
So straight weirdos. I don't get it. Like, you know, you get blessed from a blessing from God to make money, and then you become like just horny. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know, it's nasty work.
Hearing in front of Judge Arun Subramanian, the current judge of Combs' criminal case, a judge, by the way, who hasn't heard.
Straight free, Michelle. I don't understand. You see these Sukiyanas and these sexy reds walking around, they just twerking all over the gram. Well, don't get me wrong. They want bread. Don't get me wrong. They do want money. But I'm just saying they so groupie and fanned out. If you are of stature and you are who you are, they piping off. They worry about the money later. They hoping the coochie make you spend the money.
Activity, including sex acts with male sex workers. That's what's known as the freak-offs. That he operated a criminal enterprise that was engaged in all sorts of illicit activity and acts of violence like kidnapping and arson. Okay,
She said, yeah, they giving it up for free. Would you fuck me for free? Free!
was a danger to society, given these allegations. That he was a...
Would you me for free?
Forces. That he engaged in potential obstruction by improperly contacting witnesses and victims in the case. And this, by the way, is despite the defense putting forth a very expansive bail package. $50 million bond, home confinement, no phone or internet use, 24/7 private security to monitor him, limits on who can visit him, and so forth. So a very expansive bail package, one that I really haven't seen.
She like, nah, you gotta give me that money, right? Yeah, just because you think you wife the coochie, don't think you ain't gotta spend bread on it too. That coochie costs money laying next to you too all day.
Armed with more arguments, more evidence. Why? Because as we previously discussed on Sidebar,
be like, baby, I had a couple drinks last night. It was Thanksgiving. You think I could eat it real quick? She like, yeah, it's Black Friday.
Has been violating the Bureau of Prisons rules. Now, by the way, that...
Go right ahead. Eat it all you want, boo. It's Black Friday.
Side, what makes you think he could be trusted on the outside?
6 robbers have carried out an armed raid.
Nasty. work, ladies. Nasty work.
Putting that to the side, not only that, prosecutors say he has been engaging in unauthorized communications, such as three-way phone calls on a monitored phone, using other inmates' phone access codes to make phone calls, and using a third-party text messaging provider. And they alleged
100%, Michelle. It's corny now, right? It takes away the thrill of bagging something.
To influence a potential jury pool. And by the way, influencing a potential jury pool, that's with respect to the allegation that he orchestrated a social media campaign around his birthday. You might remember this. His family released a video of them wishing him a happy birthday, good wishes, while he's on the phone. He's on the other line. He's locked up, but you hear him on the other line. They're all happy. Everybody's happy. And prosecutors say the aim for that was to influence potential jurors. They have evidence to say that was his intent, that he might have said something. We'll get to that. Now, there are many, many other items for both the prosecution and defense regarding this bail issue, but the best way to go through all of
Fix me, what's poppin', my boy?
Said during that hearing. Now, something I have to mention about going over this hearing, there are no cameras in the courtroom, so we couldn't see this for ourselves. In fact, there's limited electronic devices that are allowed as well. So we're basing this off of reporting from those in the courtroom about what happened. Now, the first issue that came up at this hearing on Friday wasn't even about bail, but it's about what happened a few days earlier. You see, the defense had accused the prosecution of improperly taking photographs of potentially attorney-client and work product privilege material in Sean Combs' detention unit. This was after there was a sweep for contraband at the MDC. I should say,
Yo, they not letting they swept Diddy's jail cell of contraband. He in there smoking the za. Let me find out he got the cat daddy in there.
Investigator from the Bureau of Prisons apparently took photos of these notepads and these notepad pages from Sean Combs' unit. In the end, Judge Subramanian, after there was a hearing held,
Tell my boy send Diddy some of this Zagrappa.
of pages of those photos.
They nasty work if they in jail smoking grabba too. If they got grabba in jail also, them niggas is wild in there.
Reaching out to one witness in particular that would be shown by one of these photograph pages, and Judge
Yo, that's a good question. I wonder if they got grabba in jail. We're gonna have to ask my guy that.
And if there was a violation, I'm not even sure what that remedy would be. Sean Combs' defense counsel has asked,
Yo, Charles, what's goody? Let me roll my dude Charles out. Shout out to my man Charles. He's a member. If you see them lighting up in colors, when they leave a message, they get a rollout. That's a fact. Shout out to Charles. That's my man. Pause. Day one.
$12 million in Florida, $26 million in Philadelphia. These are higher than the highest insurance offers in these cases. No upfront fee. The whole process can be done straight from your smartphone. Seeing if you have a case can be done in 8 clicks or less. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LC sidebar.
Look at Charles getting all the love from the drippers and the ladies. They said, Happy Thanksgiving, my boy.
With the defense, this is how it started off. You see, the defense had argued that Sean Combs' legal pads clearly had the word legal handwritten on the top of the binders, to indicate that this is privileged. Don't search through this. These are materials that prosecutors cannot have access to. Well, Judge Subramanian said, the legal pad that defense...
He said they coming for Trump next.
Legal pad with legal written on the binding. But when you look at the photo...
Not after what I heard last night talking to my man Tone. Tone, the way Tone got it, look, we had a good vibe in here last night. Shout out to CL, and definitely shout out to my man Jonathan. But listen, last night the combo we had was, it looked like Trump and Elon trying to take over the world. We got to watch out for them too, man. They trying to take over everything.
Was written on the pads, and he did concede that during the sweep, not all the pads said legal. Judge Subramanian reportedly asked if the pad you handed up to me, did it say legal on it on November 1st, meaning when the sweep happened? To which Agnifilo reportedly replied, I'm not sure. And that led the judge to warn the defense that moving forward, make sure all of your representations to the court are true. Not a great way to start, but that's how it started. And from there, we get into the bail analysis. And the main concern from prosecutors when talking about bail is they don't trust Sean Combs to follow the conditions of pretrial release. And they highlight, as I mentioned before, the allegations of what he was doing in the MDC. Now, Judge Subramanian pressed Assistant United States Attorney.
All right, so I got a conference call, so I got to get off right now, but I'm going to tell y'all this. And this is a fact. We're gonna talk about this all week next week. I think these guys are trying to get Diddy out of there. They just making him, because they're not really saying nothing about what they got on this dude, man. Only thing we keep talking about is the goddamn baby oil. Yeah. Sheababytv. Queen. Miss Queen. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. I got a busy weekend. Shout out to Clash TV. Y'all seen them pop up. Yeah, I got interviews dropping all week. I was out recording interviews all week. I got the DJ Clue interview out. Today, yes, I forgot that me and Jim Jones interview drops today. So you can go see that. All right, y'all. Yeah. I'll see y'all later. Shout out to all the Sheababys. Shout out to my girl Queen. Shout out to Niche. Shout out to the big drippers. You guys know the drippers. I love y'all. Ladies, keep them extra panties with y'all at all times. Do not leave the house without 3 pairs. If you're down with the Sheababys, you got to have 3 pair of panties with you at all times. I'll see y'all later. Shout out to the drips. I'll see y'all later.